I need to ask you a question. Be curious, Drifters.
Allegro's won the Brisbane Cup, but it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow. Barraquil, Benny Allen hasn't moved.
Broadside him, bobbed, won the Golden Rose.
Pride of Jenny, trying to find the reserves at the 100. She's 3 in front of Mr. Brightside. It's all too late. Pride of Jenny has run them into the night. Switzerland, the big winner by 2.5 Bellatrix Star.
He's down, Jolly Star. She is a star in the making. Jolly Star bolts in.
It's all Isthmus. She's very smart and fast.
Tell you what, mate, it was a weekend of headlines.
Yeah, it was.
In more sports than one, but we'll get to that. Obviously, we've day 2 of the championships. My guy, Sir Delius, just killing Bambi.
Yeah, shot Bambi. The big entire, the big bull.
What do you think of that? Did we just learn a lesson? She just isn't a 2,000 metre horse. Autumn Glow.
In the aftermath, I immediately thought that. But then in the wash-up, you actually analyse the race, and Light Infantryman went like Pride of Jenny out in front. So having your first go at 2,000, and making it, this is excuses for Autumn Glow, right? Your first go at 2,000 metres is like one of the most fast-run 2,000 metres that you're ever going to get anywhere in the world. Coming off 2 sit and sprint, effectively mile races, where, you know, she showed the superior turn of foot. I think she gets 2,000 metres. I think she does. I think if the race was set up to be a sit and sprint, she might have had Sir Delius's measure. Sir Delius. But in saying that, he's a freak himself. And that's what he needs to show his best, because he's probably a 2,400 metre horse. And a fast run 2,000 metres is always going to be in his favour.
Yeah.
So I think she gets 2,000 metres, but I think she probably needs more of a setup. And she probably is going to be better at it over time with a bit more running maturity. Well, but full credit to Sir Delius. Ridden a treat, absorbed the insane pressure and brained him.
Yeah.
And rated through the roof as well.
Because was it Caviar Heights behind
Light Infantryman,
then Sir Delius, right?
Yeah.
But it was like a gap.
Yeah.
And then there was a gap from Sir Delius to the rest of the field. He was basically leading that race himself.
Yeah.
He had no toe-in.
And
he still brained him. You're absolutely right. I can't wait to see this horse. I don't know where they go, though, in the autumn. It has to be a Cox Plate.
In the spring.
Yeah, it's like... I can't wait to see him out to 2,400 metres.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him yet. I'm looking through his profile. Whatever he won up here, I think it might have been either 1,800 or 2,000 metres on debut. 1,600 metres in the Chelmsford, and then winning the Underwood and the Turnbull. 3rd in the VE, 2,000 metres in the Ramvet, and 2,000 metres at the Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what we've learnt about him, though, is you don't back him first up. He needs the run.
Yeah, he does.
He's just
a big entire.
Gross cult.
Yeah. Yeah, he is, son of Frankel.
Yeah.
Jeez, he'll be worth it. I hope he stands here for when he retires. Yeah, completely agree. The thing is, though, like, he can win a Caulfield Cup as the toppy, I think. But also, like, 2,400 metres as the Tancred at weight for age. And aside from that, you'd have to go to the Vars over in Hong Kong or something like that, over 2,400 metres, which is weight for age.
I don't know. Different stable, obviously, but Gold Trip, I think, went back-to-back years going Caulfield Cup, Cox Plate, Melbourne Cup.
I can see him doing that.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
He's the right horse. The thing that's going to let him down is the vets in Victoria.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now that he's got the bad form on the board, but he was sensational. Absolutely. And I think racing is actually the winner with Autumn Glow going down. I think. I don't necessarily think. I don't know. Do you reckon we see her in a Cox Plate?
Not this year.
No.
I would love to see her. I think it'd be a waste of her capability if she doesn't end up in a Cox Plate. She's like a superior fangirl. Remember that year Fangirl went to a Cox Plate and could have won? I think she probably 2,000 metres probably sees her right out. But
so we see her in a 5 diamonds.
Maybe we see her in a 5 diamonds. Fuck.
1,800 metres.
Fuck me dead. But yeah, you're right. Which, do you know what, though? Like, just this time last week, we're talking about the Sheezer versus Autumn Glow and a Cox Plate. It's a shame it won't happen. Yeah. Now probably won't see either of them in it. Hilarious.
Because of that performance from Sir Ellis. But how about Linda Mann? How about Nash? Nash going like, you know what, bruh? You can have this.
Yeah.
You're going way too quick.
And the stewards were like, what the hell, Nash? And he's like, what the hell, light infantry man?
Yeah. Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah, exactly.
Play on.
Exactly.
Like, see your role, play role.
Like, where did light infantry man and Caviar Heights finish?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, he loomed up. I'm like, you're kidding. And then Sir Ellis was like, nah, bro, come on.
Yeah, but he ran out of his skin, Linda Man.
He did.
He's a good horse.
He is a very good horse. Yeah, and then the new mare on the block, Idle Fly, got the JD.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Really good win.
I went back to her because I was thinking, like, maybe she just had an off day in the Empire Rose. Maybe she didn't get on a Melbourne leg. Really impressed by her first 2 runs back. And that go in the Empire Rose where she started like $3.50 favourite.
Big go.
I was like, you know what? I reckon they'll miss her this weekend. And I prefer her at the mile over Lady Shenandoah. Prior Jenny, I agreed with you that she was due for a flatty.
Yeah.
And then Treasure the Moment, sorry, brah, I need to see it against the A graders.
Need to see it again.
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't. She's had one like freakish performance, and that was last spring in the Memsey, and then she had colic, and she hasn't produced it again. So whether she's going to ever be able to, or whether that was just a freakish performance, have to see it again. I think she's a horse who can win. She can win like an Empire Rose. I think she can win a Tiara. She can win. She could win a Queen of the Turf next year. It just depends on whether there's a better horse there on the day. I think she'll win another Group 1. But yeah, it's probably going to be against her own sex, I would say.
Yeah. I think you start getting a price for Treasure at the moment, though.
Yeah.
So then she more so comes a betting proposition for me because she's been going around far too short for far too long.
Yeah, she has.
So the horse who I want to take out of that race who was first up is She's a Hustler.
Yeah, really
good. So she was finishing her preps over 2,400 metres in the Sandown Classic in the spring, winning that. In front of Light Infantry Man. So that form has stood up. I'm keen to follow her wherever she goes. You could see her in like a Q22 or something, potentially.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the plan. Is she a Graham Begg horse?
Yeah, 5-year-old mare.
Graham Begg.
Daughter of Ace High, which we always love to see.
Well, she'll get a trip.
Yeah.
Well, I presume then that she's going from that race to probably a Doomben Cup or maybe to a Hollandale, to a Doomben Cup, to a Q22.
Yeah.
Spell Caulfield Cup.
Yeah. So that's just our, we'll check the notes.
Who else is going to a Doomben Cup?
Kovalika.
But that's what I mean. Like, she could be a good shout in that race.
Probably no one from that race, I would imagine.
I'd say Linda Man. I said Linda Man.
Linda Man, yeah.
He'd win it.
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon she'll be all up in there. Absolutely. I was wrong about Machine Gun Gracie's SP. She nearly started favourite in that race. I couldn't believe the go.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. She finished second last because she didn't stay, going from 1,900 to
No, she didn't.
32. I was like, you know what? I just want her to win, so I had a bet on her. My heart was saying her. My head was saying Solar Spain.
I was filthy.
Yeah, so you were critical of the ride.
I was. He got too far back, Tommy, and he didn't get moving. But at the same time, like there were some 14-second sectionals in that race. I know it's the Sydney Cup, but if there was even slightly more pace, Solar Spain would have won.
And on paper, it looked like it would be running a genuine tempo.
Yeah.
Which it just wasn't.
No.
So I kind of understand that. It's like you kind of have the plan on paper and then it just doesn't work out. Solar Spain's clearly the horse out of the race that you want.
Yeah. Being set for a Melbourne Cup.
Back him in your Brisbane Cups, your Sydney Cups in future.
Your Melbourne Cup top 10 markets when he inevitably will be 25 to 1.
Yeah. Well said. Change of the guard? Sure.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Tempted was good. Just showed her class, didn't she?
Yep.
I think Devil Knight's come back well.
He has. He's been running super, but that's him, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If he came up for a Doomben 10,000 and no one else from Sydney came, he'd be very, very competitive.
Yeah.
He's not a turn of foot. He's a put himself on pace horse.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a good shout. Yeah. And regardless who rocks up there, it'll be 10-1, I reckon.
Yeah.
So, Profoundly went down to Ohope Bay wins. Just the better stayer on the day. I think that's the last time you'll see Profoundly out to 2,400 metres, I would say. And that's pretty much all she wrote, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of note?
Yeah.
I had a couple of sickening fourths early in the day. Satono Glow gets out. She absolutely fucking brains them. Now, the other code from a racing brethren.
Yeah.
Footy of 2 units fame. We wanted to support our horse racing mate, Nick Foot. Just a sticky situation that he is currently involved in. But what I want to say and comment on is just the dickheads in the comment sections.
Yeah, there are a lot of dickheads in the comment section.
Just chill, bro. You can actually have a corporate gig, albeit with a bookie. Footy would be the first person, I reckon, to put disclose his betting statements.
Yeah. He probably has to.
Has to.
Yeah.
It's a non-issue for me.
Yeah.
And if you did a little bit of digging, you'd understand that I've listened to their podcast before. I've listened to him on racing.com and everything. They don't even mention the football.
No.
At all.
Not at all.
It's purely about the great game.
Yeah, of horse racing. I feel for him. And I don't want to get into the,
Who
said what and whether, Footy's right or Zach Butters is right. But you can't, what I will say is you can't question the man's integrity.
No.
Right? Because he's got a gig with, a betting agency in the great game of horse racing. I could only imagine what it'd feel like for someone to question my integrity. I'd be pissed off. So I feel for him. I'd hate to be in the headlines. I'd hate to be in the headlines for anything other than Declan Jones finally tips the card. And then I'm like, it's on racing.com.
Yeah. Well, if anyone, we're nearly in the headlines after being interviewed post-Melbourne Cup last year.
Yeah. Carrying on like I own the thing.
Yeah. Thinking of your Footy, you have supporters over it on the drift here, mate.
Yeah, well said.
All right, let's get to this weekend. We have the Mornington Cup card, which we'll cover a few races there, and of course, the card at Randwick as well. But at Mornington, the rail is in the true. Bit of rain around in the lead up, but it should be a good track in my opinion. Typically, races pretty decent. I think Mornington in general. No disadvantage not to be on speed. That's probably how I kind of read it. Race 7 is the Mornington Guineas, 1,600 metres for the 3-year-olds, set weights and penalties. Moving out won this last year.
That's right.
So I had one down the bottom here. If I get Mornington up, you dickhead. Grand Omaha. I was a fan of this filly in the spring. Probably just came a little bit early for her. I think I was keener in the ethereal. Might have been, that was when Spicy Lou won that day. Might have been a bit leaderish that day from memory as well, but really liked her maiden win at Kilmore. And I think she's backed it up this prep as well. And I'm getting a bit of a nice price to find out about that $9.
Yeah, I found this a really tricky race. A lot of horses coming from midweeks. But I do find it interesting when Sydney Stable sends a horse down for a race like this in the more provincial meetings. So Satirically is definitely one to watch out of the Waterhouse and Bott stable. Absolutely brained them last start. Sandown carrying 60 kilos. So no one can carry weight, the colt. But sticky gate and where does he get to is the big question. But, no firm opinions for this race, unfortunately.
The Mornington Cup is race 8, 2,400 listed handicap. You win this and you're into the Caulfield Cup typically, Banker's Choice won this last year. Right You Are, Crystal Pegasus, Mount Popper, and Kingswood Dream. Previous to that, I thought there was a lot of very similar horses here, but Ambassadorial is definitely the horse on the up. I think he'll be awfully hard to beat. Did you have a firm opinion for you?
Oh, it's got to be between the last start Quinella Ambassadorial and See What I See. See What I See does meet him better at the weights, though. I think this is her first go over 2,400 metres. Yeah, it is. So keen to see how she goes. See What I See. I'm probably leaning towards her camp, but yeah, for me, it's one of those two.
Banker's Choice was good. First up in the Peter Young behind Birdman. Not too bad behind Ambassador last start as well. He's proven out to the distance. He's got a 33% winning strike rate at the distance. So could go back to back here as well. Just has to lug that top weight, Banker's Choice. But I think what Lindsay Park's done with him is great little great little money spinner. Race 9 is the Hariba, 1,200 metres listed handicap. The instructor won this last year. Mahaba, my guy, the year before. Jigsaw, who I believe is going around in a quokka.
He is.
Which we might have to actually cover that. I forgot about that race. Diamond Effort, remember her?
I do.
I had one of the great futures tickets on her in a Manicato. I think at about $31. And
That's
she's
right.
starting $3 favourite. Track got upgraded to a good 3 and they scratched her.
That's right.
But she wouldn't have won on a good track anyway. She was a bit of a wet tracker. And then Streets of Avalon. So good, some decent horses win this race. My old mate Cornish got back in the winner's circle last start. 1,200 metres back to the 1,000. So I don't know what to do with him. I thought Pop Award was a bet here. Yeah, she was good at Flemington. Sure, on a heavy track, but she defeated some decent mares there. I think she sets up really well here. Back up to the 1,200 metres, back on top of the ground, I think. Bit of weight relief with the 54 kilos. So I thought she set up really well.
Yeah, I agree with that. The other one that I thought was at a decent price was She's Got Pizzazz. Hard to catch, absolutely. But she's been building nicely this prep. She comes out of the Pop Award race, but Pop Award does meet her a lot better at the weights. But yeah, I thought if you wanted to spec her rough, I thought She's Got Pizzazz.
Yeah, she got scratched from Sydney in the last
She did,
week as well. Yeah, so maybe they just went like, you know what, bruh? Got a more winnable race next week.
Yep.
All right. To Randwick, rails out 7 metres. Weather is fine in the lead up, so I'd say they were fanning to the middle lanes last week as well. So I'd say the rail could potentially be a little bit off. So I'd say that I'd expect them to come middle to outside. But again, you got dross races in the first 4. So you've got like your midweights, your highweights, you've got benchmark 88. So just sit and watch for a little bit. Race 4 is the James Carr Stakes, 1,400 metres group. It's definitely not a group 1. What's the distance on this race?
1,400 metres.
Group 3 for the 3-year-old fillies, set weights and penalties. Lilac won this last year, Alentia, Espiona, Rubisaki. So
Have to be a good horse.
yeah, so a good filly, and I think Plaintiff is a good filly.
Yeah.
She's nearly best of the day.
I think so. I think so because you look at the rest of the field and you've got Karinska as the next in line betting, and she's 650 with Team Green. You could argue who'd Plaintiff beat last start, but a lot of those rock up here as well. She gets a nice draw. She's got to carry the weight, but she's a filly going places. And Snowden, singular, not plural. Have an enormous opinion of this filly. So, keen to see how she goes.
Yeah.
I don't think she starts black odds.
Nah, I don't either. Like, you could argue that Tomato Toasty, funny name.
Great name. Where's the ham and cheese, though, with that horse?
I know.
Just plain tomato?
Has to be the half brother.
Yeah, has to be.
But, yeah, Tomato Toasty does meet her 2 kilos better at the weights, but I don't know. I think Plaintiff just I think she improves getting back on top of the ground as well.
Yep.
It's a funny horse. And it took every inch of the 1,300 metres to get there. To break her maiden was Tupakara. Last start at Wyong. I think it was in between races on a Saturday, and it just came up. But it was like a hot little maiden. There was like Chatterley for Chris Waller.
Yep.
And then Tupakara going around on a Saturday. And she got the JD finally. $31, maybe just the confidence booster that she needed there. But yeah, Plaintiff, I think, is a clear bet in the race for me. Race 5 is the Frank Packer Plate, 1,400. Oh, I've got the same thing here. It's 2,000 metres, Group 3 for the 3-year-olds at set weights. Strangler last spring won this last year. Osipenko, year prior. Senior Toba, who I believe is doing his best work in Hong Kong.
He is, yeah. Don't know if he's still going around, but...
And the once hyped horse Canaan, who they...
Canaan, they said no, didn't they?
They said no to $3 million.
Oh, that's so stupid.
I reckon they might have sold him for $30,000. So, yeah. You always sell.
Always take the money.
Always take the money. Any firm opinions for this race?
I backed Pictor last start, and I think the market came from... Oh, no, the market didn't come from a little bit. I'm thinking of a different horse, sorry. But I backed Pictor last start at odds, and he's got way too far back. But he zoomed home really nicely, and he's got gate 1 with Tim Clark on. So I'm thinking they might be a little bit more aggressive, and he's still a decent enough price. He's $12 for Team Green. Pictor. Tough race, though. Like, what is it, $5 a field? But I might have a little spec on him, just trying to get some cash back.
Yeah, I'm going to have a spec at one at an enormous price, and I think 23 is actually unders for what he's done this prep. But O'Shamus shows probably more in the spring, but now he's getting out to a more suitable distance, and I think being on top of the ground is going to be far more better for him. So blinkers on first time. I sharpened him up. The freak Zach Lloyd on, so don't think he'd be taking a ride on a horse that he doesn't think is at least some sort of chance. Race 6 is the JRA Plate, 2,000 metres, Group 3 at handicap level. Previous winners for this race, Bois d'Argent, Hueta, and Life Less Ordinary. There's a trio. Speed in the race, decent amount of speed.
Yeah, it looks like heaps of speed.
Yeah, it got pace, real pace. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought this was a difficult little fare.
Yeah, if it was less pace, I wouldn't mind just fine. Coming out of that Australian Cup, like all he was doing there basically was letting everyone, into the race against Pride of Jenny. Fuck me dead. But before that, he's obviously got the Sky High Stakes form around Vauban and Soul of Spain. We know that's good form. So even if there is a bit of pace on it, he probably could hold on just fine if he doesn't go too psycho up front. He's $8.50. Aside from that, like nothing really inspires me. Bear on the Loose is another one. Oh, geez, I've just seen his price. He's way too short for mine. But
last win 93 weeks ago.
Yeah, I had him that day. That was
congrats.
That was Tats Tiara Day.
Wow. There you go. Well,
not last year, the year before.
Look at his SP last 2 runs: $3.30 favourite, $2.20 favourite.
Oof. No, thank you.
And got 93 weeks ago. I'm seeing his last 10 he hasn't won. So it's a long time ago for the Bear.
It is.
I don't know where to look here, to be honest. It's just one of these races, like just bloody roulette wheel. Take your pick.
Interesting Kiwi horse. Kiwi. Number 4, She's a Dealer. Last ran last won a G1 at Trentham, the Thoroughbred Breeders Stakes. Been up for a fair while by the looksy. And has she ever had a go at 2,000 metres? No, she hasn't. So interesting. What's the betting for her? Number 4, She's a Dealer.
Yeah.
By Ace High.
Yeah.
Well named.
Very well named. Race 7 is the Moet and Shandong Stakes, Champagne Stakes rather. 1600 metres Group 1 for the 2-year-olds. I think $2.70, like Campione d'Italia, is giving me militarised vibes. Silks, just run on a bit. Nice little turn of foot as he steps out in his 2-year-old year. Is $2.70 like generous? I kind of saw that. I'm like, gee, I think that's better when Fireball's at $6.50. The one I'm probably a little bit spooked about is maybe Miss Chanel and potentially this South End coming from an alternative form line. But I thought Campione d'Italia, I thought he was kind of a standout.
Yeah, I think he wins. Had him last start, and just the fact that he had that turn of foot to put them away, but also didn't really know what he was doing.
Yeah.
So he's clearly got a lot of talent. So yeah, he's super likely winner. I think the one at big odds who can maybe upset him is number 5 Diameter with Adam Hippopotamus on. He's the obvious leader, and he won really well last week. So, geez, he's $19. Like, if you want to spec him each way, but no, I think Campione d'Italia is very, very likely. The son of Schnitzel. So whether he sees out a mile as a 2-year-old, we'll see.
Interesting. Okay.
But a lot of the other ones are just shit.
They are shit. There's a lot of shit in this race. Yeah. Like a lot of these won't be running in a Group 1 ever again.
No.
So tell us how you really feel. I just did.
Yep.
The Team Green Hallmark Stakes, 1200 metres, Group 3, set weights and penalties is race 8 on the program. 3-year-olds and up, rather. Marzu's won this the last 2 years. Kementari, Trekking, and Redzel. So a lot of friends of ours. So who's our biggest friend here? Probably Marzu. Looking at him. $4.80? He wasn't beaten far in the TJ.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't, Marzu. He's been running well this prep.
He has.
Geez, if there was any rain around, you wouldn't be getting that price for him.
I think he starts longer than those odds.
What about the old boy Private Eye?
Yeah, what is he? 8 years old. That surprised me a bit. He's been good. First up, he's a first-up performer.
12.8 million in the bag.
Yeah, I think there's a bit more pace in this race, though. I don't think that necessarily suits him. Like, I think his last couple of first-up performances, he's been Melbourne, hasn't he? The last 2 times, where he's just been on a sedate pace,
just puts him away,
and it's like, hey, I'm the best horse. Come catch me. I want to be against him here, but he's proven us wrong time and time again.
What about the Perth horse who's now with Chris Waller, Joker's Grin?
Yeah. I was looking at him, like a Winterbottom where Libertad's winning. Like, you could say that for Overpass as well, right? But they started $3.50 in that race. Beaten only 1.7 in the lead up was good. Trials have been fine. Yeah, probably want to risk. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I don't know. WA form for me is always a bit scratchy coming over. Remember Bustler or Bustling?
Yeah.
What happened to that horse?
Yeah. You were the first one to say this thing won't be running in an Everest. And he didn't.
But yeah, no firm opinion.
What about Cook Whalen?
Pace on. He was good first up. What did he run last start?
7th, beaten 3.5. I have beaten by Flying for Fun, who did not frank the form, but I think we learnt with her that she doesn't run out 1,200 metres.
No.
So I think the step up to 1,200 will definitely suit this horse. I also think that the 4 weeks between runs is understated. I think we've seen this horse be a first up performer. He was only 3 weeks between runs there. He's been kept ultra fresh here. I do think he runs a little bit better with a bit of cutout. So $8.50 is playable. I think the horse that's been completely missed in the market, ridiculous, is Enriched. $31 is utter madness for me. Beaten he ran last in the Galaxy. He was beaten 2 lengths. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who actually gives a shit? And I think for him, I think he is a horse that likes being on top of the ground. He was 1,300 metres back to 1,100 there, where he had the King of Russo form, which I think that is going to stand up, despite no horses winning from that race, which is wild. That was in February, that race. But I think Enriched is a big price. I think he's nearly the outsider in the field. I think he's a winning chance.
Do you forgive number 7, King's Secret? Wide no cover last start. Finished off well first up.
Yeah. You'll know what happens with that form line. I guess, like, Gangster Granny was good on the weekend without winning. But I have a question mark over all of those mares now, because In Flight, who I was backing in the Galaxy, beaten less than a length, went on to win that race, but it was a good track. And that's her first good track win. And Joe Pride after the race was like, I'm pretty surprised about that.
Yeah, so was I.
So for me, having that, I thought if it wasn't Flying for Fun, I thought Gangster Grady would be the clear winner of that race. So I'm a little bit suspect of that. King's Secret, so you're getting a bit more of a price to find out for him, though. So yeah, happy to risk.
Hairy Muff.
The Hall Age Stakes, 1,400 metres Group 1, Wait for Age. Jimmy won this last year, Magic Time, the year prior, on one of the heaviest tracks you'd ever see. I think they actually called the races off after that race. Last Group 1 in Sydney. See you later, boys. Giga Kick, Cascadian Colding, Tefane, Pirata, Trapeze Artist, English. So good horses win this race. So, where do you start here? Probably at the top, Giga Kick. Second in the TJ, behind Jolie Star. I think he was really good. Think he's only going to improve getting out to this distance, which he's only raced once at the distance. That's crazy to me.
Who?
Giga Kick. That's wild.
I think if anything, he's probably looking for 1,400 metres now.
I think so. Jimmy, he's 4 from 9 at the distance. Is he going well enough, though?
I don't think he's come up this prep.
No.
I couldn't back him. If he wins, so be it. I couldn't back him. I don't think he's been going well enough this prep, which is a shame because he was trialling like an absolute boss.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he's only been beaten just over a lick over 2 lengths against our best sprinters, still the best on offer. Like, if he's at 80%, I think he's still clearly in our best ranks. It's just, all right, put him away, back him again in the spring.
Yep, I think so.
Briasa, you can have him.
Have him.
What the fuck is Tom Kitten doing here?
What's Tommy doing here?
What the fuck? Maybe we see him in a Doom Cup.
Would love that.
This is the freshen up run.
Maybe. I love that.
I might get Sam on the line.
Yeah.
I've just seen that. What the fuck is he doing here?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Blinker's first time.
Yeah.
So there's intent here.
Yeah.
$34. Interesting. Yeah, weird.
It is weird.
That is weird. Half yours.
Melbourne Cup runner. Winner.
Yeah.
All aged into Hollandale, into Dooman Cup, into Q22.
Into Brisbane Cup. Won't get me going there.
No. And then Spell, and then I think he's doing the Turnbull Cox Plate, maybe a Caulfield Cup, maybe goes back to back in the Melbourne Cup as probably the toppy. But fair enough. Have a crack.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Pericles has been great. I think Bjorn Baker has got every inch out of this horse.
He's the one that missed. $12.
Yeah.
Mate, he's been running super.
Yeah.
Absolutely super.
Yeah.
Gate 1, perfect for him.
Yeah.
He's the one they've missed.
Yeah. Royal Patronage first up.
Interesting. He's a watch for me.
Yeah. I think he won something in Brisbane last year, didn't he?
He won the.
No, he didn't.
He won the Canterbury last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I'm thinking of the other Waterhouse horse that reminds me of this thing. What do you do with Angel Capital at $5? J-Mac on.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I also see barrier extension.
Do you know why? Because Fangirl's in this race, and J-Max taking Angel Capital, barrier extension first time, looks to be some pace on. This is the one. This is the one where everyone who's backed him is like,
nah,
just like
done my dough,
can't. This is the one that he wins.
Fuck, wow.
He's been racing really well this prep without winning. Like the Expressway. When was that? The Expressway. He was just over racing. That's just complete forgive. Ran super in the Newmarket handicap, and then John McNeil gave him absolutely no chance with his weak hands. In the William Reid, like, oh, look at this run from Angel Capital weaving through the field. It's like, yeah, because John McNeil was like, oh, it's 200 metres to go. I should probably get on my bike, honestly. And then J-Max trialled him, and now sits on him here. Yeah, he's the one. This weekend, this is the weekend. $5. I think they come for him as well because of the J-Mac tax.
Wow.
Draw super. Barrier extension first time. Things you love to see. He gets his Group 1. You never see him again. you never see him again.
This is the ultimate get out of the casino.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Headley Grange.
I thought he was a bit disappointing in the Donny.
Well, he was playing up severely.
Yeah, he was.
So I think, I was thinking of you with your not useless futures tickets, but you know, you got unders.
I got unders.
I was like, well, at least give my boy a run for his money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was sitting there too watching. I was like, fucking hell. Yeah. But anyway.
Maybe the pacifiers pre-race only first time will work for him to settle him down. Speaking of the devil, Kovalika. 1,500 metres down to the 1,400. Definitely a prep run at $151 for the Brisbane Carnival. Fangirl Ben Melamon. That is a fascinating
no J-Mac.
Yeah.
Deb Kapitas would not be happy. But the power of you wrong. We will take James. And they got him. That's exactly what would have happened, though.
Yeah. It would have been.
Yeah. She's coming off surgery, isn't she, Fangirl?
Yeah, and, you know, her exhibition gallop on Saturday, I wasn't taken away by it. So $9.50, probably fair enough price. Like if you want to back Fangirl, you can find out at that price, absolutely. Lazura on the quick backup. Oh no, she was scratched.
She was scratched.
Scratched for this. Makes sense.
A few too sharp for her here.
Yeah. Magic Time, $71.
I think it's her last run, then she'll go to the breeding barn.
Yeah. $71 for her. That's a big price.
I think the thing about her is she's raced on two soft decks, particularly in the TJ. TJ was a soft 7. I think she was disappointing. Like that's where you'd think that she'd run at her best, and she was disappointing. So she gets a good deck here. No thanks.
Yeah, she follows her win in that Plaintiff race a few years ago. Kind of put her on the map. And that was like her third ever start. Very similar to Plaintiff. I think Plaintiff looks to me a Group 1 winner, and if she could have a career similar to this, golly, what a career by Magic
Great career.
Time. One of mine early days. What about Baywalk?
If Nash does a Nash,
Yeah.
and does a Golden Rose, can definitely win. But we haven't seen a repeat of that performance, so I don't want to bet on $6 when I can get $5 for Angel Capital.
Yeah. Especially when, in my opinion, the differential or the change between Rose Hill and Randwick is significant.
It is.
I think the rise of Randwick for this horse is not his best friend. think he's somewhere. I reckon he's like a 1,300 metre horse personally, which is crazy to say because he's run the track record at 1,400 metres, but at Rose Hill. But yeah, against this class, I think he's up to his eyeballs. So Angel Capital for you.
Pericles is the one at odds though. Put him in all your exotics. Put him in the quaddie. I reckon he'll run a bottler.
Yeah. We'll find out this weekend, eh? Giga Kick probably for me on top, I reckon. He's finally out to a distance which suits him. And I honestly think Jolly Star's like come back fantastic. And the fact that he only got beaten half a length there is positive. One thing I did see in the first was Gary Portelli having a runner for Godolphin in a midway, which I was not expecting to see.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
So,
daughter of Bivouac.
Yeah. But yes, it will be good.
Can finally tick that off my bingo card. Oh. Gary Portelli. Godolphin horse. Midway. What the hell?
The Quokka. I forgot about that race. The Quokka is race 8. 1,200 metres. 2-year-old up and up. Wait for age race. Worth $5 million. There you go.
It's worth that much. Fuck.
Yeah. Good on them. Okay. What have we got here? You got Jigsaw, Cabalas, Ray Magnerio, Magnificent Andy, Jedi Beale, Spywire, Oscar's Fortune, Rope Them In, West Star, Sisu Warrior, Smooth Chino, Tulcano, Luana Miss, and The Emergencies. What's Jigsaw done wrong?
Nothing. He just comes out here and wins. Well, he does. He's been running super. He hasn't lost for 6 starts.
Yeah.
Wide gate, whatever. Come out, lead and just kick away from him. Ascot suits him. Ascot suits him. I think it's, it's either him or it's Caballas. You can have Ray. You can have pretty much all the WA horses. The interesting one is Luana Miss, little filly, number 13, Chrissy Parnham. She has a turn of foot and can launch, so she's probably one that could upset. But no, yeah, Jigsaw wins that. He's been running unbelievably.
What about Spywire for dog shit Johnny at a price?
Big price.
Have they kind of figured him out? Maybe.
Big price, but he's coming from a Ballarat race.
Yeah.
The Country Discovery. This is a big step up, even though it is the Quokka. It's a big step up, the Spywire.
Yeah. Jigsaw for Team Red. Yeah, I agree. I think he gets the job done.
Yep.
Just turn this picket fence into a cladding for a house.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
All right. That's all she wrote. See you later.
Good luck, drifters.